Thank you for joining me, Ashwin Berry, on NMH at 1, where we highlight the news making waves in Namibia and beyond, ranging from current affairs to community stories, sports and economic news. Coming up in this broadcast, Auditor-General's office launches customer service charter digital booklet. Luderitz businessman denied bail for alleged assault. The BDO Namibian Open Squash Championships continue. Follow all our programs on oneup2.com or DSTV 285 or GoTV 25 in Namibia. Midday news update follows shortly. Prominent Luderitz businessman Erasmus van Zyle's bail application was denied and postponed to the 28th of September yesterday after he appeared in the Luderitz Magistrates Court. Van Zyle stands accused of assault with intent to cause grievous bodily harm, read with the Combating of Domestic Violence Act after his wife Elna accused him of assaulting her on multiple occasions earlier this month. Van Zyle owns Reich's Pharmacy in the southern coastal town. Visual News highlights local stories from across Namibia right after the break. Stay with NMH at 1.
Hello and welcome to today's Sports Rep Show.
I am your host, Jesse Jackson Kauraifa. In replay, Namibia, who had won the toss for the first time on this tour.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, starting off with tennis news, both on the WTA for women's and
The Office of the Auditor-General yesterday launched its customer service charter digital booklet, according to the OAG, promoting transparency and accountability. The charter shares insights into the efficient and effective channels of communication that we have established to maximize accessibility and engagement with our esteemed stakeholders, said the Deputy Auditor-General Holmes Menet yesterday. Elizabeth Klebes was there.
The booklet encompasses a comprehensive framework that outlines the specific service standards and guarantees offered by the Office of the Auditor General. It also serves as a beacon of transparency, setting clear expectations for our stakeholders while instilling confidence and trust in our operations. Within this booklet, one will find detailed information on the range of services our office provides. Each aspect is articulated clearly, ensuring a comprehensive understanding of the scope and purpose of our work. Furthermore, the Charter shares insights into the efficient and effective channels of communication that we have established to maximize accessibility and engagement with our esteemed stakeholders. It outlines the diverse mechanisms available for the public to reach out to us seeking guidance or reporting concerns, reinforcing our commitment to providing a responsive and approachable service.
The CEO of the Electricity Control Board, Robert Kahimise, this morning gave an update on changes in the electricity tariffs, including new tariffs from the bulk supplier and some of the changes in these tariffs would have on the electricity end user. Alberto Greg was there.
The ECB cautioned against distribution utilities losing revenue because they will be selling electricity based on outdated tariffs, while we know from 1st of July they are purchasing on new tariffs from their bulk supplier. That is number one. And especially prepaid revenue that is collected through prepaid. Announcement: the following utilities applied for their tariff increases and approvals were granted respectively. City of Windhoek eventually applied for 14% increase. What was approved by the board is 8.6%. Effective date of postpaid. Remember, we have conventional postpaid and we have prepaid. Postpaid, 1st of August, so they have lost out on July. Effective date for prepaid is the 7th of August, 2023. And in terms of the city, those are millions because of the size of the distribution company itself. Finkenstein Development Trust applied for 12.8%. What was approved is 8%. Effective postpaid, 1st of August 2023, they lost out in July. 1st of September is the effective date for prepaid. So they have lost out on 2 months on prepaid. Yes. Yeah. Very unfortunate, but it is what it is. Patients after end of July. So now is under review is Aranos Town Council, Hobabes Municipality, Kalkaran Village Council, Kues Village Council, Rehoboth Town Council. So we are now we are in September, right? So the clock, excuse me, is ticking. Unfortunately, these 5, their applications is under review. Respectively, they have applied for 4.5% for Aranos, 9.8% for Hobabes. Kalkaran Village Council applied for 25%. Kues Village Council 10%. Rehoboth Town Council next door have applied for 9.8%. That is under review. So the review of the above mentioned licensees is ongoing and will be finalized by end of September, which is by end of this month. The reason for the delay in finalizing the review is due to unavailable information from the licensees, which is necessary to finalize the reviews.
Namibian Sun leads us into the newspaper review segment after this short break.
eTicket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nmh.com.na.
Namibian Sun reports on the condition of teachers at Onamatanga Primary School deep in the forests of Okwaludi in the Omsati region who live in corrugated iron shacks they've built themselves due to a lack of formal facilities. The one-bedroom shacks are used for 3 functions: bedrooms, kitchens and bathrooms, as the school has no ablution facilities either. As there are no bathrooms, teachers have to turn to the bushes when nature calls. The teachers use a makeshift kitchen made out of wooden sticks to cook for the school's feeding program and prepare learners' meals. When Namibian Sun visited the school on Tuesday, the feeding program was at a standstill after the school had run out of clean water and had to place an order with the Educational Regional Office for its tanks to be refilled. This can take up to 2 weeks. The paper's page 2 reports that one of 2 suspects linked to the murder of an 84-year-old man is the deceased 30-year-old grandson. Kandere Shinkanda was arrested in Angola on Monday, while the second suspect, Linyando Murai, a self-proclaimed traditional healer, handed himself over to the Namibian police on Tuesday. The deceased Mbambi Shinkanda was shot and killed while having dinner with his wife, Anarosa Kashova Mungenga, at Mabushe village in the Kavango East region on Monday, 11 September. Mungenga was also shot sustaining a bullet wound to her left thigh, but she survived. Details still remain sketchy on what led to the murder and attempted murder, with a manhunt after the shooting leading to the suspect's arrest several days later. Every Namibian must be aware, pay attention, and understand what the government is doing with this under the guise that they want to sniff out criminals, said Eben de Klerk of the Namibian Association for Economic Policy Research, as quoted in today's Republican newspaper. On 21 July this year, President Hage Geingob signed the Financial Intelligence Amendment Act No. 6 of 2023, signed and in the Government Gazette No. 8139 published. Accordingly, the Bank of Namibia's Center for Financial Intelligence insists that all non-profit organizations in Namibia must be registered with the FIC by September 29 and comply with strict declaration measures in relation to their financial affairs. The official opening ceremony of the annual Namibian Heritage Week took place at the amphitheater in Swakopmund on 18 September. Erongo Region Governor Neville Andre said Heritage Week celebrations deepen the understanding and appreciation of Namibians with regard to their struggles, traditions, and contributions to the development of the nation. Heritage Week enables the celebration of Namibia's rich and diverse heritage, promoting the safeguarding and protection of all cultural heritage in Namibia, irrespective of religion or ethnic identity. The Namibian government is committed to rich heritage and its role in shaping the nation. According to LPM party leader Bernardus Swartboy, President Geingob insulted the victims of the genocide when he said apartheid was worse. Swartboy lamented that this is wrong and insensitive, reports the Allgemeine Zeitung. And German researchers have analyzed rock engravings using the indigenous knowledge of the Santakers. Their study confirms that indigenous knowledge, with its exceptional insight into a variety of areas, can significantly advance archaeological research. We continue with AR and their rift with Dibulukeni Nauyoma as we head into the Namibian after the break.
Neo Paints has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neo Paints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neo Paints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian as you.
Dibulukeni Nauyoma has dumped affirmative repositioning, the combative political movement led by Job Amupanda, to find a new home with Ali Angula, who is gunning for the presidency next year. It can never be false, nor can it be defamatory. We are confirming that we are part of that campaign, Nauyoma says. The activist says that he is now the chief campaign manager for the new political outfit fronted by Angula. The Fishrot fishing quotas fraud, corruption and racketeering trial will not be starting as scheduled on 2 October because 7 of the 10 men charged in the matter have not secured their legal representation. With the legal representation of the 7 accused in the matter not confirmed, the trial of the 10 individuals, 2 companies, 12 close corporations and 4 trusts charged in connection with the Fishrot scandal will not be starting as scheduled. President Hage Geingob has said the terrifying gap between the wealthy and the marginalized is not just a moral concern, but also a threat to global stability and harmony. He made these remarks while addressing delegations at the 78th session of the UN General Assembly in New York. There is a need to create an environment where prosperity is shared and inclusive. In our collective pursuit of the 2030 agenda, Namibia looks forward with hope and optimism to the Summit of the Future next year as an opportunity to prioritize meaningful reforms that can reinvigorate the global goals to give impetus to the broader system-wide UN reform agenda, he said. Without land, livestock or decent dwellings, the Koma Mina find themselves in destitution. This is what could be deduced from a petition the traditional authority handed to Vice President Nangolo Mbumba yesterday, albeit in absentia. The petition was instead received by Minister in the Presidency, Christine Koebes. Before handing over their petition, the traditional leaders and a number of their subjects conducted a peaceful demonstration marching from Eros Girls School in the capital to the Old State House. Senior headman Joro ASEB, who read the petition, said their purpose was to share the landlessness of the Khomamin people and the challenges that they continue to face. Whether the repo rate differential between Namibia and South Africa will widen or remain unchanged at 50 basis points is yet to be determined. The fifth monetary policy announcement for the year by the South African Reserve Bank is expected to take place later in the afternoon. Stay with us as we head into economic news, talking Namibia and China.
Welcome to My.NA Cars, your ultimate destination for everything automotive.
I am your host, Diana Master. Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Discover the latest models, innovative technologies, and expert insights from our passionate hosts. Learn essential maintenance tips and get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the automotive industry. Don't miss My.NA Cars on NTV every Thursday at 2100 hours. Tune in and ignite your passion for automobiles.
Namibia has recently endorsed China's Global Security Initiative, which calls for commitment to a new vision of common, comprehensive, cooperative and sustainable universal security. President Hage Geingob announced this on the sidelines of the BRICS summit held recently in South Africa, where the Namibian leader met Chinese President Xi Jinping. The BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa bloc met for its annual leaders summit in Johannesburg from 22 to 24 August. In 2014, Xi initiated a new vision for security, which has had a significant buy-in from the international community, including Namibia now. Among others, the initiative seeks a global commitment to the vision of common, comprehensive, cooperative and sustainable security, as well as to respect the sovereignty and territorial integrity of all countries. It also seeks commitment to abiding by the purposes and principles of the United Nations Charter and taking the legitimate security concerns of all countries seriously. Rivers or shared development in Johannesburg, Geingob hailed the strength of relations between Africa and China, which he likened to a little rain each day that has continued to fill the rivers of shared development for the benefit of the two sides. Let's head into the economic indicators. The Namibian dollar trades at 18.86 next to the US dollar, with 23.14 Namibian dollars getting you 1 British pound and 20.09 getting you a euro. Most selected NSX stock closing prices maintained their value. Overall index closed in the green by 1.56%. Gold, platinum and Brent crude oil all made downturns, whilst the only uptick came from copper with 0.52%. In news from Africa, 3 South African Navy submariners have died and 4 others injured after being washed off the deck of a submarine by high waves. More on this after the break.
Welcome to What's Cooking, where culinary passion meets expert insights.
Somebody must really want to cook and want to cook good food.
Immerse yourself in the bustling world of professional kitchens as top chefs create mouth-watering dishes. Join us for in-depth interviews as our host explores the experiences and expertise of our guest chefs. Don't miss out. Tune in to What's Cooking on NTV every Friday at 2100 hours and let the culinary adventure begin.
Three South African Navy submariners have died and 4 others injured after being washed off the deck of a submarine by high waves. The vessel was off the coast near Cape Town when the 7 crew members were swept away. A helicopter was delivering supplies during a refueling operation at the time, the AFP news agency reports. The South African National Defence Force in a statement said the submariners were participating in a Navy exercise at the time of the incident. All 7 members were recovered, but sadly there were 3 fatalities, with 1 senior officer in critical condition, the Army said. 5 others were saved in a subsequent rescue operation, it added. Police said an inquest was opened after the naval incident. The accident came after a weekend of high winds and rough seas. The South African Weather Service had warned of damaging waves in Cape Town on Wednesday. Rwandans have expressed delight after UNESCO added 5 sites to its prestigious World Heritage List on Wednesday. Nyungwe National Park, a biodiverse rainforest, earned recognition for its unique flora and fauna, including the endangered eastern chimpanzee and golden monkey. Arcos Network, a Rwandan-based conservation NGO, called the development exciting. Its leader, Sam Kanyambiwa, told BBC that it proves Rwanda's efforts and conservation policy that is commended globally works. Additionally, 4 genocide memorial sites joined the list. Nyamata, Murambi, Gisozi, and Bisesero sites commemorate the tragic events of the 1994 Rwandan genocide, where an estimated 800,000 Tutsis and moderate Hutus were murdered. More than 20 new sites could be added on the current list of World Heritage Sites with outstanding universal value to humanity. However, the global distribution of the sites has been a matter of debate amongst many. Europe only has more than a third of the sites, and countries like France or Germany have more than 50 each. Before this addition, 27 countries, including 12 African nations, lacked any inscribed sites on the World Heritage List. Stay with us as we swing over to international news.
Neopaints has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neopaints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neopaints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian as you.
The Chinese Navy wants to hire graduate students to fly shipborne aircraft and is raising the age limit to expand its search as it seeks to improve the qualifications of its air personnel and build a stronger army. Besides upgrading its hardware from warships to warplanes, China is also trying to improve the caliber of its recruits, as the military is a career path traditionally favored by the less educated. In an advertisement on social media platform WeChat, the People's Liberation Army Navy said it was seeking graduate students with master's degrees in science and engineering who are younger than 26 to pilot aircraft from ships. Last year, it allowed undergraduates aged 24 or below to apply for the first time. Before that, the limit was high school graduates aged 20 and younger. Candidates must be male with a clean political history and no legal or disciplinary history, according to the advertisement. Training will include 3 to 4 years of aviation theory and practical flight training. Those who become pilots will have free medical care for themselves and their immediate family, as well as government-provided housing. An Indian company on Thursday withdrew a notice about suspension of visa services for Canadian citizens minutes after stating on its website that the services were suspended following a notice from the Indian mission. BLS International, an Indian company offering visa facilities, had earlier said the notice from the Indian mission in Canada cited operational reasons for suspension of visa services to further notice. India's foreign ministry spokesperson did not respond to queries on the matter. Tensions between the two countries escalated earlier this week when Canada said that it was actively pursuing credible allegations linking Indian government agents to the murder of a Sikh separatist leader in British Columbia in June. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government categorically rejected Canada's suspicions that Indian agents had links to the alleged murder. With both nations expelling diplomats, analysts said India and Canada diplomatic ties have touched their lowest point. Canada is India's 17th largest foreign investor, pouring in more than $3.6 billion since 2000, while Canadian portfolio investors have invested billions of dollars in Indian stock and debt markets. Stay with us as we talk about the 25-year-old Namibian international defender signing for Derby County.
We are so excited to be kickstarting your morning with the entertainment. Everything was happening during this past weekend.
Yes.
Exciting news.
Wow, no, she was killing it already.
In my opinion, I don't see anything wrong with him serving the full term.
As well as keeping you informed on the issues that you need to know happening in and around our country.
Third-tier English Premier League club Derby County Football Club has signed 25-year-old Namibian international defender Ryan Nyambe on a contract that will run until January 2024 with an option to extend. Nyambe has made close to 250 appearances in his professional career in English football following spells with both Wigan Athletic and Blackburn Rovers. The Namibian said securing his future for the next couple of months is satisfying. As a free agent, you are stuck in limbo. You are training by yourself with a personal trainer or whoever you can find, but finding stability is important for a footballer or any person, so it's pleasing, he said. Winning the Debmarine Namibia Premiership in their first season is not on the agenda for the Khomas Nampo Football Club, but they intend to fight for survival with an early win in the season already under their belt. Their debut in top-flight football was not a baptism of fire as many might have predicted after the police team secured a 2-0 victory over young Brazilians in Keetmanshoop. The club that won last year's Southern Stream First Division may be new to the Premier League, but has a horde of experienced Premier League players, including coach Fortune Ihab. The Karibib Football Club has embarked on a journey to empower youth in the town with the vision of enabling those with talent to showcase their skills. The club recently acquired a sponsorship of 10,000 Namibian dollars from the town's First National Bank Namibia branch. A handover ceremony took place at Karibib Usap Sports Field with the KFC men's team, KFC Academy and KFC women's team showing off their skills and entertaining the Karibib community. The BDO Namibian Open Squash Championship started yesterday morning at Wanderers in the capital, where, among others, Namibian-born Dene van Zyl will defend her 2022 Open Women's title. The tournament will be broadcast live from 4 p.m. daily by Namibia Media Holdings NTV team on all the Facebook pages of Republican, Sportrap and Namibian Sun. This year, the Namibian Squash Association will present a professional division for the first time. 16 female and male players in the Professional Squash League will face each other. Amateur men will compete in the same competition. Let's talk Simone Biles in international sport. Simone Biles is set to compete in her 6th World Championships this month after posting the top all-round score at a U.S. qualifying competition. USA Gymnastics said on Wednesday, Biles, a 4-time Olympic champion and 19-time world gold medalist, headlines the 5-woman team heading to Antwerp, Belgium, where she won the first of her 5 world all-round titles in 2013 at the age of 16. Back to where it all started. See you soon, Belgium, the 26-year-old wrote on Instagram. Biles will become the first woman to represent the U.S. at 6 artistic world championships, according to USA Gymnastics, after earning automatic qualification by topping the all-round standings at the week's 2-day selection camp in Texas. Manchester United goalkeeper Andre Onana said he was to blame for his team's Champions League defeat to Bayern Munich on Wednesday. The German side struck twice in 4 minutes in the first half of the Allianz Arena to set them on their way to a 4-3 victory in their Group A opener. A mistake by Cameroon international Onana saw the Bundesliga side take the lead when he let winger Leroy Sané's tame shot slip past him and into the net. Of course, that was one of only 4 mistakes as Bayern Munich won that game 4 to United's 3. Highlights after the break. 3 South African Navy submariners have died and 4 others injured after being washed off the deck of a submarine by high waves. And the Chinese Army wants to hire graduate students to fly shipborne aircraft. Make sure you catch the Velvichas tonight as we back the Boykies against France. See you tomorrow.